Namaste everyone, Suprabhatam. First of all, before going to the shloka, I'd like to mention about all the freshers who are there in different courses. We are sorry that we are in between Bhagavad Gita. We are nearing the end. It has started long back, so many things may not appear very familiar to you. But keep listening to the words later when you get opportunity to learn all the things that you are hearing now, that will be useful then also. So now we are in the 45th shloka of Bhagavad Gita. 41 to shloka number 49, the topic is revision of Karma Yoga. So Bhagavan has already summarized Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga in the beginning of 18th chapter. Once again Bhagavan is taking up because the topics are very, very important and it is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. So what Bhagavan is saying here, see, all of us are taking so many things from the creation. We know that oxygen, food, water. So it is our turn also to contribute something to the creation. And once we contribute to the creation, we lead a successful and purposeful life. You can feel when you contribute to the creation, there is a sense of fulfillment. The self-image, self-esteem, everything is increased. Now, generally success is measured by how much material growth or material wealth we have. So external growth is measured by how much possession we have. It is measured in terms of bhoga. But our internal growth, internal wealth, that is measured in terms of how much we give, contribute, tyaga. And it is also said, you might have heard that the Sara, the essence of Gita is tyaga. If you reverse the two letters of Gita, what will it be? Gita, 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 Gita. So tyaga, giving up, that is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Now, all of us cannot contribute to the entire creation because we have limited capacity. So based on the capacity, we have to choose the field in which we want to contribute. And this field of contribution to be chosen based on our guna, inclination. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has mentioned in chapter 4, shloka number 13, Guna karma vibhaga shaha chatur varnyam maya srishtam. So 4 fields are created already. So all of us have 3 gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas. Then how each one of us are different from each other? Because the proportion of gunas vary from each other. In some people, sattva guna will be more, followed by some rajas and some tamas. They are called guna brahmana, and their personality trait will be contemplative personality. And based on that inclination, some profession like teaching, research, that will be suitable for them. Then there is a possibility rajas is more, followed by sattva and some amount of tamas. So they are highly active. And also the activities are selfless activities. So they can work for the country, for the society, administration better. Third possibility, guna vaishya, where rajas is again more. But this time it is followed by tamo guna. So they are also highly active, but because of the tamo guna, their activities are mostly selfish activities. Means they can work better for their own benefit or maximum their own family members and friend circles. And the fourth possibility is tamo guna is more. And tamo guna indicates laziness, inertia. So these are the 4 possibilities, then based on which shloka slide, based on which the classification is done. And each classification is a field based on which we can choose the field of activity we want to contribute into. Now let us see pada vichcheda. Sve sve karmani abhirataha samsiddhim labhate naraha swakarma nirataha siddhim yatha vindati tat shrunu. Sve sve karmani. So Bhagavan is giving the method how all the duties, profession we are involved in, how everything can be converted into karma yoga. That is going to be talked about now onwards. So sve sve karmani. You choose a field of action, you take time to take decision, But once you have chosen, stick to that, because with long practice in a particular field, you develop your skills and excellence. So that's why stick to one field. And jokingly it is said that in some country, when selecting the candidates for job, they check the biodata. So if they see the person has changed so many spouses, so many marriages are there, so they try to avoid that person to employ. Why? Because the person, if not able to adjust to one person, it is more likely the person will not be able to stick up to a particular job. But it is important that we choose a particular profession and stick to that. No profession is superior or inferior. Like all the organs in the body have specific functions which are important for the body to run, all the professions are equally important for the society to run. So, sve karmani, in one's chosen duty, profession, abhirataha, being committed. Not only with commitment you do the profession, follow the duties, with commitment and enjoyment, with the sense of satisfaction you perform your duties. What will happen then? Naraha samsiddhim labhate. A human being attains success. Here success has a specific meaning which means chitta shuddhi, antahkarana shuddhi, purification of mind. Then swakarma nirataha, a person who is engaged in his duties, yatha vindati, how he attains siddhim, the success, chitta shuddhi, tat shrunu. I am going to talk about that in the next shloka. May you listen to that. In the present society, the Varna Ashrama Vyavastha are not very functional. So in this society now, we have to understand this duty means whatever is expected from you in a particular situation, that will be duty. Like when you enter morning the hall Shruti Mandir for Maitri Milan, it is expected that you will maintain silence, not in the beginning, throughout the session. But what happens that we start talking, often without knowing that we have started talking. Generally we feel that freedom means whatever I want to do, I am able to do that. Nobody is saying me anything, nobody is obstructing. That means freedom. But you think little subtle manner, is it really freedom, or are we slave of our organs and mind? So organs, mind are pushing that you talk, we talk, and helplessly we start talking. So whether it is mastery or slavery, freedom or slavery, that we have to know. Duty means whenever we choose any action, we can choose actions based on two parameters. First, based on what we like and what we do not like, likes and dislikes. Second possibility is we choose action which is appropriate and do not choose action which is inappropriate. So based on right and wrong. So considering these two parameters, whatever activities we do throughout our day and life can be of two types. One, spontaneous. Second, deliberate. Spontaneous means sometimes it will happen the right action is liked by me and the disliked action is wrong. So spontaneously I am inclined to do the right thing. But that is spontaneous activity. But often it happens that the thing I like, that is wrong. And the thing I do not like to do, that is right. So in that situation, our action should be deliberate. Deliberately, I should choose the action which is proper, appropriate, right in that particular situation if we really want to grow in the spiritual journey. And what is the indication that you have grown this Chitta Shuddhi, you have attained the inner maturity and purification? The indication is that there will be more interest, inclination for gaining this spiritual knowledge. Thank you.
सर्वेषां सुप्रभातम्। अद्य अस्माभिः सह सम्मानीयः अतिथिमहोदयाः सन्ति। ते सर्वे बुद्धा क्वांटम फाउंडेशन इति कंपनीतः आगतवन्तः। भवन्तः परिचयकर्तुं मम प्रसन्नता अस्ति। श्री चंद्रपुलमा शेट्टी, sir, please come. Founder and Managing Trustee, बुद्धा क्वांटम फाउंडेशन, श्री राकेश जालुमनी, ट्रस्टी, बुद्धा क्वांटम फाउंडेशन, श्रीमती वाणी चंद्रशेखर, को-फाउंडर, बुद्धा सीईओ कंपनी। सर्वे अपि सुस्वागतम्। हम सर्वेभ्यः योगविद्यालयस्य छात्रेभ्यः अनुरोधं करोमि, प्रार्थनामिलनस्य अनन्तरं सर्वेपि अत्रैव तिष्ठन्तु। ओके?
सुप्रभातम्। वयं सर्वे जानीमः यत् संस्कृतसप्ताहः इदानीं प्रवर्तते 16 दिनाङ्कतः फ्रम् 16th to 21 दिनाङ्कपर्यन्तं संस्कृतसप्ताहं योग अध्यात्म विभागपरतः वयं सर्वे मिलित्वा आचरन्तः स्मः। श्वः समारोपकार्यक्रमः। अद्य कश्चन विशेषः। अस्माकं भाग्यं यत् कश्चन विशिष्टः महानुभावः संस्कृतक्षेत्रे कृतभूरि परिश्रमः अस्माभिः सह अस्ति। तस्य महोदयस्य परिचयं सम्माननं च विश्वविद्यालयपरतः वयं कर्तुम् इच्छामः। डॉक्टर HR विश्वास महोदयः अत्र आगतः अस्ति। विश्वे इदानीम् एका विशिष्टा एकं विशिष्टं संस्कृतसङ्घटनम् अस्ति। संस्कृतभारती नाम श्रुतवन्तः वा? संस्कृतभारती इति प्रायः देशे विदेशेषु च प्रायः 1 कोटि जनाः संस्कृतेन एवं सरलतया सम्भाषणं कर्तुं समर्थाः। प्रायः 1980 तमे वर्षे तस्य कार्य आरम्भः अभवत्। मन्दं सरलशैल्या संस्कृतसम्भाषणं। संस्कृतं कष्टं नास्ति, संस्कृतं सरलं, संस्कृतं सुन्दरं, संस्कृतं मम भाषा इति विश्वासम् उत्पादयति संस्कृतभारती। अग्रे संस्कृततः शास्त्रपर्यन्तमपि अध्ययने प्रेरयति। तादृशसंस्थायाः आरम्भकालतः आरम्भकर्तृषु अन्यतमः महोदयः डॉक्टर HR विश्वास महोदयः। वयम् एतादृश सरल संस्कृतं वदामः शृणुमः इति यत् भाग्यं प्राप्तं तस्य कारणभूतेषु अन्यतमः महोदयः अपि अस्ति। सः महोदयः साहित्यक्षेत्रे अपि बहुकार्यं कृतवान्। तस्य साहित्य अकादेमी पुरस्कारद्वयं प्राप्तमस्ति। वयं जानीमः साहित्य अकादेमी इज द हाईएस्ट लिटरेरी बॉडी and any recognition from it really marks a great amount of rigor and contribution to the field. अतः महोदयः SL भैरप्पा इति कन्नड भाषायां प्रसिद्ध साहित्यकर्ता अस्ति, लेखकः अस्ति। तस्य कादम्बरी नॉवल तस्य अनुवादः आवरणम् इति तस्य संस्कृत भाषया अनुवादं कृतवान्। तदर्थम् अनुवाद साहित्य अकादेमी अनुवाद पुरस्कारः महोदयेन 2010 10,200 साहित्य अकादेमी पुरस्कारः प्राप्तः। मार्जारस्य मुखं दृष्टम् इति कृतेः कृते अपि साहित्य अकादेमी बाल पुरस्कारः इति उच्यते, तत् प्राप्तं। संस्कृत संभाषण संदेशः, संस्कृतस्य एका मासपत्रिका अस्ति संभाषण संदेशः इति। द ओन्ली संस्कृत मैगजीन विथ मोर देन 10,000 सब्सक्राइबर्स, तादृश मैगजीन अस्ति। तस्यापि महोदयः संपादकः। नाना ग्रन्थान् रचितवान् संस्कृत भाषया। नॉट ओनली फॉर संस्कृत एज अ लिटरेचर, हाउ टू टीच संस्कृत पेडगागी, कौशलबोधिनी इत्यादि ग्रन्थाः तेन रचिताः। कन्नड भाषायामपि महोदयस्य प्रावीण्यं नैपुण्यम् अस्ति। सर्वकारीय संस्कृत पाठन संस्थासु तस्य समितिषु अपि महोदयस्य मार्गदर्शनम् आसीत्। तस्मात् तादृशः महोदयः अस्माकं मध्ये उपस्थितः इति वयं नितान्तं धन्याः कृतकृत्याश्च। वयं गुरुजीवर्यान् सम्मानयितुं प्रार्थयामः। अन्य अधिकारिणः अपि आमन्त्रयामि, कृपया विश्वास महोदयस्य सम्माननं कुर्वन्तु इति। ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः।